Once again, I'm back with another video for you guys. So, today I'm back with a last week story time that my first time getting my blood drawn. Okay, my first time getting my blood drawn. So I'm going to get right into the video. So, I was asleep, and then so my mom walked in here. I can't reach over. Sorry. So, I was asleep, and then my mom all of a sudden came in my room and was like, "Wake up, you got a doctor's appointment." I was like, "Okay." So, I get myself prepped for the doctor's appointment. So I hop in the car, we drive to go to the doctor's appointment. So we get there, and they do normal little checkups and stuff like that. So I'm a very much crybaby. So I asked my mom, I was like, "Do I have to take any shots?" She was like, "Probably like 3 or 2." And I was like, "Okay." So we get into the doctor's office, and they check me up, do normal stuff like you check people up. So then they tell me that I don't have to get no shots. I was like, "Darling, so we can go ahead and get out of here. Let's go ahead and go." But then they said, "You have high blood pressure." Well, how, what? You put this thing on this thing? So now I'm like, okay, so they just tell me like you gotta stop eating candy, you gotta stop eating chicken and pickles and all the other stuff. So I'm like, okay, so that's all I need to know. Are we good? And then it was like, we have to draw some blood. Mind you, that's my first time getting drawn blood. So I was basically scared to death because I did not know how that worked. So they was like, we're gonna get this woman to come in and draw blood for you. I was like, okay. So I'm kind of getting myself back ready to get this draw blood. So I'm like, okay, I'm good, this gonna be easy. No. No. So the woman comes in and she washes her hands and do all this other stuff. She takes the needle off majiggy, and I just look like, look, I'm scared to death right now. So she's put this little rubber band around my arm, and I immediately started panicking. Like, what you doing? Take this off. So then she was like, "It's gonna happen a little sad. It's gonna be a little pinch, and we're gonna take it out." So I was like, okay, a little pinch, just like a shot. Okay, simple. When I take shots, I always act like I don't want to cry, but in the end, I do cry, and I'm 13 years old and still cry after I get shots. Ooh, it's wrong. But anyways, so she puts the thing around my arm, the rubber band around my arm, and then she puts the little needle. But first she had to check for veins. She's checking for veins, and she's like, okay, I think I found one. I was like, okay, good. So then she finally get the little needle, and she stick it inside my arm, and I immediately start crying, yelling and crying. Not yelling, but I was and crying like tears, literally tears, not no little tears, but literally tears, like how you regular cry, That's how I was crying. I was literally crying like a baby. So I was like, oh my god, it hurt, oh my god. So then she kept trying to adjust it at my arm, and that hurt worse. Cause why was you adjusting it if you already found the dang on vein? And she was like, I lost the vein. Girl, how you lose the dang on vein? Like I don't even understand, baby. So then she finally like gets to, they was like, do you have, they asked my mom, what do you your blood drawn? She was like, my hand. I was like, your hand. So that immediately like, boom, is that gonna hurt worse or it's just the same? Hurt worse. So they gave me a paper towel and a napkin just to wipe my eyes, you know. So I do that, wipe my eyes. I still got the paper towel in my hand, and I'm like about to cry, cause now I gotta get it in my hand, and I can show y'all like right there. It's where they shot it in my hand. So and then they was like, it's like it's gonna be the same thing. You know, just take a deep breath and then we're gonna go right now. So they found my vein. They found one vein right there. And so the woman wiped the alcohol on my hand just like normal and stuck the needle in my hand. Yo, I almost kicked the lady. No cap, I almost kicked her. I was like, and I had to take a deep breath, and I kept crying, like, girl, I'm like, why are you crying? And so mama had to come hold my hand, and y'all, it was just a whole lot of, and I was crying, this, that, other. That was my first time crying, or not my first time crying, that was my first time getting my blood drawn, and I was, boy, mom, never again. So that's my first time getting my blood drawn, and after that, my mama telling everybody that I was crying just to get my blood drawn. Like, why is you even telling people that? That was supposed to be between me and the doctors and you, not nobody else. So after she told them, I was like, maybe I should just make a story time about my first time with my blood drawn. And like, and she was like, and then when she put it in, she found blood, and blood just kept dripping it down on tubes. And I was like, whoa, whoa, the joint hurt. She kept adjusting it in my dang arm just to get some more blood, and that's just how it went. Never again, never ever again. So that's just my story time of how my first time getting my blood drawn. By the way, do make sure you like, comment, subscribe, make sure you follow all my social medias. They will be in the description below. Below. Peace out.